Hi. It's been a wee while. I think it's actually been a year since I've sat here and spoken face to screen. So, yeah, welcome. I've had a wee change of name around here. This is Hebridean Home and Croft. I decided it was a better fit for what stuff I talk about. So I'm home in the Hebrides and stuff that I do around the home and the croft. My name's Jackie. I live on in Isle of Lewis, Hebridean Island off the northwest coast of Scotland, and this is my occasional space. I come and talk about stuff, mostly, as I say, home croft related, so gardening, growing, books. I do a lot of reading, a lot of knitting, just stuff around the place. I'm a widow. I live with my younger son who's still at home. My others are all off and away with families. And yeah, just seem to find time to do lots of stuff. I'm always busy. And I think, as I say, the last podcast did a year ago, I have stuck a couple of wee films on, just bits and pieces, but I felt I wanted to do a bit more chat, a bit more crack today. I'm hoping to do 2 or 3 podcasts, sort of, in fairly quick succession. What I discovered is a lot of work doing this. I don't know how, I enjoy watching lots of podcasts, but, what a work goes into it, and, hats off, because it's, maybe you get quicker at it, I don't know. So I've got obviously some gardening stuff going on. It's end of April, beginning of May, so things are starting to kick off. I have like a pile of reading, like a stack of books that I'm quite keen to talk about. So that, both those will be separate podcasts. So I thought I would jump on today and do a quick knitting update, which won't take very long because I am not the world's fastest knitter at all. I'm really quite slow now. And this is sort of stuff that I've just finished lately, working on and planning to work on. So it shouldn't take too long. And jumping in with the usual stuff, finished objects and what I'm wearing. And you can't really see it very well because I'm sitting down, but it's and I'll put a picture in at some point, it's the Pediment jumper by Marina Skua. It's so yeah, knit bottom up, drop shoulder. If I move it here out the way, drop shoulder, nice round sewn in neckband, which I really like the look of. Moss stitch panels up the side, and it's a great wee piece. I knit it in, this is West Yorkshire Spinners Fleece, which is Blue Face Leicester double knit in the Ravine colourway. So I'm very happy with this, and it gets quite a lot of wear. It's a very easy to wear thing. So that was, when did I finish that? Sort of February-ish, beginning of February, end of February. Yeah. And the second finished object that I finished within this year is, I think I showed this in my last one. In fact, I think I showed this in my last one. But so this is what is it called? The Skymning Shawl. Skymning Shawl by Sophia Capella. I think that's her. Yeah, that's her name now, Capella. So this is, I knit this in Uist wool. 4-ply. This is in their Canach series, and 3 colours are Corca, which is the pale colour, it's Gaelic for cork, Sannas, and Breac, which is speckled. I think Sannas, maybe sand, and Breac, which is the dark colour. That took me a wee while to get the hang of, but once I did, I was delighted with my new skill, and yeah, I really like it. This is a nice wee piece, which and it really to go with my camel coat, and it does go very nicely. So happy with that. That was part of a knit along which I never I never managed to complete. And in fact, it sat for ages. I think I cast this on last year and it just sat and sat. And then when I did pick it up, I picked it up just after the new year. I think when I finished this, I was amazed at how quickly it took to knit. Really just concentrating on for a week or so, and it was done. So yeah, very happy with this. This, just to go back for a minute or two, I cast this on about the same time last year, but then I made a mistake and I had to rip back, and then I decided to rip back out in a bigger size, and so I started on that, and then I don't know, it's going to be massive, so I ripped it back again and put it aside, and I didn't really pick it up until blah blah blah, autumn, November-ish, and so that's, things happen like that. So it starts something and then things happen and they get put to the side, then pick them up again. And so these are both things that I did that with, and once I picked them up, I got them done really quite quickly. It's just a question of focus, which I'm not good at. So when I do focus, I can get things done. So, and the latest finished object is this, which I'm thrilled at. So this is the Weasley sweater, which I don't know if you can see. I will actually put a better picture of it in, so you can see it. So I promised my granddaughter last year that I would knit her a Harry Potter sweater, and so I did. I have, and I'm delighted with it. It was quite hard to find. I know there was a book at one point called Harry Potter Knits, which is out of print now, and I couldn't really find anything online. So I looked at pictures of the characters in the film wearing these, and it just looked like a plain jumper with a rolled neck as far as I could see. So I found a pattern like that, and got this is my granddaughter, who's called B. I got her measurements, and she wanted an oversized one, so we added a wee bit on. And this, I used basically mostly a free pattern on Ravelry called the Peaceful Kiddo Sweater. I'll link these below, but they're on my Ravelry page as well. And so it's basically that, but I knit it. The Peaceful Kiddo Sweater has got a CND logo, the round band bomb thing. So I just knit it without that, and I did the B in duplicate stitch, which, I'd never done that before, and it was actually quite hard, but I think it looks good. I think it's definitely got handmade look. And so I think she'll be delighted. I think she'll be delighted with that. And so I think she'll be delighted with that, I'm sure. I'm sure she will. I'm delighted with it. So the reason I wanted to do the knitting video quickly today is I want to post this off because they're over in the mainland. So I'll get that in the post now that it's been shown off. So, works in progress now. I've got 3 things on the go. First thing, always, this is in my Sorry Me bag by Rachel. She's got a fabulous podcast, I love her. And this is just socks. This is just socks, always socks. A red sock, it's a pattern called, what was it called now? North Country Socks. Just check my notes. Northern Comfort Socks. And it's 2x2 rib all the way. I'll do a heel flap and gusset and a wedge toe. The yarn is yarn I've got, if anybody watched my last podcast, which I don't think very many did, I was away to Canada. I was at my sister's in Canada in Ottawa over the summer at my niece's wedding. It was beautiful. I loved every minute of it. Just want to go back. But while I was there, or before I went, the yarn, sorry, I should have said the yarn is Roots and Rain, and this is her field sock now. Donna, who's the dyer, natural dyer, lives in Ottawa, so she'd had a shop update, and so I messaged her and said, "Oh, I'm coming over, I'm coming over, could I pick it up?" So we arranged that, you know, I would pick up my order from her beautiful house and beautiful garden. Yeah. So that was nice, and I actually drove from my sister's all the way downtown to Donna's house and picked it up, and it was quite scary because there was a lot of roadworks, and I was driving on the wrong side of the road. But anyway, we got there, and you know, she wasn't going to be in because she'd said she'd be out on the day that I was coming to pick it up, but she'd left it out on her porch. So yeah, it was nice. And then we went to a nice baker shop and bought loads of cookies. Took them back up and ate them after the barbecue we were having. Really had a good time. The wedding was beautiful. My niece was gorgeous. We had a lovely time. So I got that. I got a couple of skeins of field sock. I've already knitted. This is the 3rd pair that I've knitted. I've probably got enough for another 2 pairs. And it's a great pattern, very hard wearing and nicely fitted. So that's my first work in progress. My second one is this, which I've not long started. It's a shawl. It's can you see that? Oh, volleyball's falling down. But this is me, top of my head there. So this is a shawl that I'm knitting for a friend. Just as she was admiring, she said that I come into her office one day and she said, "You're always wrapped in something." You know, because I had one of my scarves on. So she always wrapped up in something amazing. Knit me something. And I said, "Yeah, okay, I will." Well, so she wanted something in blue to wrap herself in. And this is it. So it's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's called the Ice Cream Sprinkles Shawl. So you have a big load of stockinette where you're increasing, and then there's and there's quite a thick lace border So it looks quite easy, and it should just take a skein, but I have got an extra one of these if I want to do it bigger. This is Stewart yarns. I don't know if she dyes anymore. I couldn't find her anywhere anymore. But I've had this for a while. It's stash, and the yarn is called Wild Swimming. You know, I just call it swimming, but I go swimming in the sea, and I have done winter stuff. You know, cold water swimming as well. So yeah, I'm happy with how this is a nice wee knit, and the yarn's beautiful, and I think she'll be lovely. She lives right down by the sea, you know, right actually, like you come out of a garden and you're basically on the beach, so she's keen on the sea. I think she'll like it. And my last work in progress, so none of my works in progress are huge because I just finished the Weasley sweater just at the weekend, I think. So I'm knitting, let's hold this up. You see that? I just started this, and I actually started it on Saturday. It's a Pebblevest, another free pattern. Well, the ice cream sprinkles, I should really say. Ice cream sprinkle. It's by Tink Jones. It's free on Ravelry. And this is the Pebblevest, which is another free pattern on Ravelry. Quite old school. I think it's, I've been knitting this for years. By Nicole Lore. And it's, you knit it all in one, and then you so there's like 2 garter bits, and then stockinette, and then a garter bit in the middle, and you fold it up, and then there's like a row of buttonholes up the side, so it buttons up the side, and then there's 2 wee tab tops, so it's like a wee tank top, or a wee vest for a baby. And this is a new baby that's been born in the community just, I think, on Friday, so it's very, very new. So I started this on Saturday, and was cracking on with it, knitting away, watching the snooker, knitting, and then I discovered a mistake, because I was much further on than this, and found that I had, where the garter panel is, I had about 3 rows of stockinette. I just carried on with the stockinette. So that was annoying, and I thought, I'll maybe just rip out this panel and knit it up, because I've seen that done, but I had never tried it. So I looked up, got a YouTube video, and no bother. So I did that, but I wasn't keen on how it looked messy, especially where you join it up. I just ended up ripping it back out. So this is the result of last night. I ripped it out to the border, and then I've just been knitting up, and I'm knitting it in a very last century yarn, which I remember buying in John Lewis in Edinburgh in the 90s, and it's really nice though. It's Wendy. I probably got the label here. Wendy Naturally Denim. Wendy Naturally Denim, and so it's 50% wool and 50% cotton, and it's machine washable, so it's fine for a baby, and really, it feels really soft and really nice. So I think that'll be a nice wee gift, wee baby gift. It's a great pattern. I've knitted 2 or 3 of them over the years for newborns. Quick, I'll finish that at the end of the week and be able to hand it in. So yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. And then, what am I planning to knit? So I'm knitting on them, and they're not big projects. I've nothing major in the horizon, but one thing that I do when I was in Canada, as well as the sock yarn, I got a sweater's quantity of the Donna's Storm Decay. So again, this is Roots and Rain yarn, and I got, this is Perfect Storm Grey, and Black Walnut and Acorn. And you know, I got them to do a colour work jumper. It was not hugely colour work, colourful, but the sweater that I'm planning to do is the Wildwood Sweater, which is a pattern by Heidi May. It's on Ravelry, and I'll pop a wee picture of it in. So I think that's what I bought the wool for. I had decided when I was ordering it that that was the pattern I had in mind, and I'm still going with that. I like the look of it. I think it's very, very elegant, a wee bit sexy. Although whether it looks like that on me, I don't know. So I'm not quite sure when I'll start that. I think I want to get these wee bits and pieces out of the way. I've just finished a big project, so we'll do that. Have these wee palette cleansers, and then I'll maybe make a start. But the other thing is, last year, sorry about this time, I think it was this time when I podcast, I was heading down to York on holiday, and we're going to stop at the Whistlebare Studios in Northumberland, and we did, and it was very, very lovely. And I bought some yarn, some of which I've knitted into socks. I do quite a lot of sock knitting, but I also bought two skeins of the Evening Bell double knit, and this is it's her own mohair, 80% of her own mohair. You can see the goats, it's a great wee place to go. I'll link it. 80% of her own mohair and 20% of their own Wensleydale wool, and it's just so lovely. So I bought two skeins now. What was the point of that? Really, two skeins of double knit. What am I going to do? And I've sat on it since then. But a friend of mine was going down. She was going on a camping trip down south, and she was hoping to pop into Whistlebare on her way down. And so she took the dye lot away and said she would have a look. And she managed to get two skeins of the same dye lot, so I've now got 4 skeins. Although she's still away on holiday, so I don't actually have it yet. So that is 230 metres. Well, it says at least, so you know there will. It does feel quite heavy. So that's 920 metres I would have. So I could use it as in a colour work sweater as well. And the one that I like, the one that I've been thinking about, is the Alaska sweater, which I'll put a picture of. So I really like that. I really like that with the trees. The way I just think it's beautiful. And I could do the chain. Sorry, the colour is chainmail. Really nice. And so that could be the main colour, and then a lighter colour for the trees. I could just go on and order the lighter colour, I've identified 3 possibles, and so I'll have a wee think about that, and maybe even if it's a bit tight, I will be playing yarn chicken a bit. I could maybe do the sleeves a wee bit shorter, or I could maybe get she does minis, and maybe just order a mini, and I could use that in, you know, in the bits between the trees, so you maybe wouldn't notice the dye lot difference. Or maybe she's got a mini with it in the same dye lot, so I need to check that. So that's my thinking, such as it is. So yeah, I think that was all. Yeah, the Alaska sweater, it's Camille Descoteau, who's the designer of that one. Yeah, I really like it. Or I could do a ranunculus with that, with long sleeves and a bit longer. I think I want to do the Alaska sweater though. So I'll get onto that, and which one I want to do first I don't even know, because, you know, I might even do something totally different. It is summer, and summer teas are all the rage, aren't they? But, you know, I need to do that. I can't do that. You know, I would need to knit my summer teas in the middle of winter if I wanted to wear them, and vice versa. So, you know, I could start a double knit sweater right now, and it would be possibly ready in time for me to wear in the colder weather. Anyway, I think that's about it really. I'm going to pop on maybe next week or whatever with a much longer book reading podcast, because I've been fairly churning through the books now, and enjoying that very much, and some really nice and, I would hope, interesting reads. But that's me as it is, and yeah, hope you enjoy that. Any links, I'll put them below, and any questions, just ask. Okay, thanks very much then. See you again. Bye.